Hello everyone, this is a quick look at the C model, or the least complex official version of LEGO Creators Cozy House for 2023. I already did a full review video covering the entire house, the main build, the main big box art build that uses all 808 pieces of it, and you can still find the whole product tagged on the video if you see a view products link on your screen. This version here does not use all of the pieces by any means. I'd say it uses about 2/3 or thereabouts, so you can't really look at this for value, but we can kind of see what value add you get compared to, or what value add you get for the entire set on top of being able to build the main thing. As you can clearly see, this is set up as an A-frame house, and that cannot be a coincidence with the LEGO Ideas A-frame house also having come up. Those must be references to one another. I don't know if this was already designed before that one, and that's part of the reason that that one was approved for completion and release, or if this was done strictly as a tribute to that. Either way, it doesn't matter that much because this has its own value. It has its own thing going for it. Has a different style. It's much more modern, and it is a good and worthy, in my opinion, alternate build that uses, again, not all of the pieces, but enough of them to completely change the scene. This gives you a section of water with a dock and even a boat that a minifigure or two or even three can be in, because one can sit in there and then two can sit out here. They just have to be very careful. And there's even a built-up outboard for that, a little bit above and beyond what was necessary, but it's nice. You got a little fire pit out here. Some s'mores are being made. One of the marshmallows has been dropped into the water here, or has dripped. It was a little bit made a little bit too gooey and dripped down. Different plants are built up. You have two small trees over here, including a build of a squirrel up in the tree. Squirrel or chipmunk, most likely squirrel, instead of the cat that was included with the main build. I don't know what that toy represents. The last time we had something like this, it was a horse-drawn carriage. Is this the same thing again, but from Disney princesses? Is that what that is? Is this I don't know exactly what that is, but if you know exactly what that is, be sure to check the comments before commenting and see if somebody's already answered that, already given the correct answer, a factual answer, and then you can just hit an upvote on that. This is like a wrought iron bench over here to the side. We've got some detailing on the roof, and instead of a snail like we had in the A build, you have a large slug that's kind of twisting its way up there. This looks pretty finished from around the front. It's very displayable like this, but turning it around, you see you do have, once again, a decent amount of interior detail. This is clearly an audiophile who has their record player set up there, and then a crate of vinyls over here are represented by the 2x2 printed tiles, and then they got the big speakers on either side of the chair, which has no studs in it, but you can just set the figure there. Nothing else going on over on this side. Also, this is not a door here. There's only a door right here. So they really give you an entrance hallway, and then this is just a not really a mail slot, but just a place to put your mail when you walk in the door, after you walk in the door. And then on the side here is obviously a restroom. Unfortunately, it looks like it is plugged up or somebody did not flush the last time. That is nasty. Fortunately, there's a plunger in the place, and they have some fancy, probably scented toilet paper and double quilted, triple quilted maybe. There's a shower head up here, and then the shower knob. It's rather compact, but it does the trick. No spots to actually attach minifigs in down here though, just because they had to use tiles for that. But now here's the real trick, the real positive, nice surprise of this, because this once again does use a couple of hinges, just like the main build did. And then if I just bring this around, that's a pretty good look there. We'll get back to that in a second, but I can see connect down here at the base, snap those together, and now there's this. So instead of having an A-frame house, it's a I don't know my architectural terms well enough for what that represents, but it is completely covered up all the way around the outside. So this is a full house now. Look at that. It's complete. and then you just have it kind of in between a stream and a river or something like that, or in between, or maybe on a little jetty that sticks out into a lake. So maybe there's more water back around here as well. This is a good look, including all of the colors, even down here. Those are earthy enough tones, kind of fits into the whole scene. And then it just gives you this much larger roof side over here, and it works really well. If you didn't know better, if you didn't notice the connections, you might think that this was designed to be this way right from the start. But kind of that in-between look too, I think is interesting. Not zoom out. I want to not zoom in. I want to zoom out. If I bring it back to here, that I find to be aesthetically pleasing. I like that a lot. I find that to be inspiring. Like, what if it was actually designed to be that way? And then you could, if you had another of these sets, you'd probably have enough pieces to fill up much of the area back here. Maybe not all of it, but to make it a little bit more complete. Or you can just leave it open like this and then just imagine that there's more stuff, more interior detail, more living space in here, maybe a kitchen or something. Or, one final option, maybe not final, but other option that's easy is just fill in this space with interior stuff and leave it as an open backed house. The minifigures get their parts switched around for this one, just for the heck of it, because why not? I also didn't mention that there are a couple of, I don't know if they're power tools or what they are supposed to represent, or if they're just toys. They might just be toys, but it kind of looks like it's supposed to represent a tool chest given the red color. But all in all, this is very good. The build felt good, and it feels like a good use of the pieces that are here. It's a shame that more pieces weren't used. I feel like more pieces could have been used, but it's very cohesive. It feels like it's meant to be. So I'm happy with this, and I do feel like it adds to the value of the entire set. Again, the main build was covered in its own video on this channel, and I will cover the in-between one. So this is the smallest of the builds. That's the interesting thing. It uses the fewest pieces. That's really good for that. Definitely not a throwaway. Definitely something that a lot of people would want to try out and then start using the extra pieces for their own add-on accessories at the very least. Thank you for watching this one though. Stay tuned for the final one from this, as well as plenty of other content, and I'll talk to you again soon.